hello there, Site 42 staff. Good to see you all today. Mr. Creeper, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member, as well as you, Josh. Meanwhile, Gaming with C, The Forest Eyes, and Cole, thank you guys for being in the chat, just for being you. Welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. We are here for a late coffee break because one of my tests just happened to get canceled. You know, you try to make this tree scream, SCP-4521. We all know that we're trying to make this tree scream. But sometimes the ethics committee thinks you're being a little overkill if you decide that you want to inject the tree with liquefied D-class to see if the pain of a D-class who died screaming might entice the tree itself to scream. Did this not sound like a good plan to you? It sounded like a great plan to me. So, yes, for those of you who are enjoying the new shirt, thank you. One of my students bought me this shirt. Most teachers get apples from their students. I guess I just get Hawaiian shirts. So, there we go. Zeirdrin, Drowsy, Sally, good to see you guys in the chat. Thank you all for being members. Let me do a quick favor and set the slow mode. Oh, and here comes the desk. The high and mighty will arrive. Oh, well, thank you, Cappy Gaming. I do feel bonita. And so, yes, this is a surprising coffee break, and we are going to hang out and do what we always do, answer questions about the SCP Foundation universe, the staff, the containment protocols, the entities therein, as well as any other ideas that you have. Amber, well, actually, the D-class did not bite the dust because they wouldn't let me run the test. I know. Can you believe it? I am agog. I am gagged. This is ridiculous. Desk, good to see you in the chat. I hate to agree with you, ALTO CLEF for president, but what we've done so far does not seem to have worked. So, this sounds unfun. I think I am over on the side of give CLEF a chance. Oh, reminder, because I see that I have one. The donations while I'm in the field, it shows me if you donate $5 or more, but if you go under $5, it doesn't alert me. So I can still check another member, and I will check. I can check another menu, I mean. But just in case it takes me a minute to see the smaller donations, don't worry, I'll get to them. You've got on my honor. Pinky, welcome to Level 1 Researchership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Now checking the donation menu for what I have missed so far. Right here. Epic Fire Dragon, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to get yourself some smoked ribs on your way past the commissary. Hey Doc, I have returned. You have, in all of your glory, glory to the Epic Fire Dragon. SCP-079 says, I can rig the votes, CLEF for president. Listen, I'm not saying I wholly trust you. We kind of have a bad history, you and I, old AI. But if we can get that asshole out of office, then my soul is yours. I only say this because you can't take souls. You're an artificial construct. You don't have a soul, let alone a need for the souls of others. ALTO CLEF's campaign slogan, you tried the worst, now you can try the okayest. Hilarious. Super Sawyer, what do you mean your bed turned into a spider like SCP-3023? Do you live around Kassel, Germany, the only place that anomaly is active? Or did it happen somewhere else? Is it spreading? You have to tell me if it's spreading, okay? I'm not gonna be okay if my water bottle turns into a spider while I'm drinking from it. I'm gonna lose my shit, I tell you what. Oh. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again, simply to increase from what you said last time. I can't get into why I was gone, but I will enjoy the ribs, and I'm not that glorious. Well, enjoy the ribs, and whatever may or may not have happened on your redacted trip, I hope you're doing well. That's what matters. Otter1, what is my favorite SCP? I will tell you when this stream ends in about 30 minutes. Or, if you want to cheat, you can go to the previous stream, because I always say it at the end of stream, so you can go check it out there. Is there some way we could revive one of the good presidents using something and force them to be present again? Well, here's the deal with that. I already know for a fact, based on the documentation of SCP-3313, which, as we all know, is Benjamin Franklin's magical wish-granting penis. So, Benjamin Franklin's magical wish-granting penis, SCP-3313, the only way we know about it is because the Chaos Insurgency revived several founding fathers trying to throw a coup of America. And during that coup, they revived Ben Franklin, minus the wish-granting penis. We had that in containment, but Ben Franklin broke in and stole it, so we don't have it anymore. But Alexander Hamilton, who was not president, never going to be president now, John Adams is alive and kicking, Thomas Jefferson is alive and kicking, and George Washington is alive and kicking. 3 presidents alive and kicking, if we can just hunt them down. Unfortunately, they were not successful in their coup of America. Well, I don't know if it was unfortunate on that end. I don't want the Chaos Insurgency in charge of America. Just to be clear, I don't like that idea. I mean, Desk says 4 if you count CLEF. CLEF has been president already, right? Because I know Elias Shaw was president for a while, and that's why we didn't want to do that again. Ugh. Carol, welcome to subscribership here at Site 42. Welcome to staff. Yes, Desk, I remember CLEF ran against Shaw. So yeah, almost president, but no, Shaw was the president. Ugh. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Meant to say glorious. Hey, you know, a dragon can be glorious. You know, we're in a horror foundation. There's things that go bump in the night all over the place. Things can get pretty glorious around here, but yes, I was going to say glorious, and that was your intention, I'm sure. What are your thoughts on the United Nations Global Occult Coalition? Intern driving lever? They blow. This whole destroy anomalies thing, have you heard about the chair? Have you heard what happened with 1609? We had a nice friendly chair. It's gonna hang out, and if you're tired, it will teleport to you so you can have a nice comfy seat. They would chip it. It now murders everyone who wears a GOC uniform. Teleports directly into their lungs. Crazy. I mean, it is mulch for some very nice flowers, but those guys, bad idea, bears all the way. I hereby announce Dr. Sherman as ALTO CLEF's reluctant running mate. What am I gonna do as vice president? What? This is a bad idea. I am pretty good at the yapping. I'm sure I could run a pretty good rally. I wouldn't be shocked. We'll talk, this could be fun. Who's your least favorite SCP? Well, everyone knows that SCP-729- J is a horrid monstrosity that does not deserve to be alive, and the fact that the ethics committee won't let me decommission it is absolutely criminal. Furthermore, anybody who is infected with SCP-022-J absolutely can bite my shiny metal ass. Which, is not metal because I am not anomalous nor a robot. I am just an average human site director here at Site 42. I'm not anomalous, nor am I a robot. Neither are my pen these things. So, it's a saying. It's a saying. You know sayings. Sayings happen. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. No, you've got a point. I mean, if an SCP made of ice that can be melted and is needed to be melted fast, no much can beat a dragon fire's heat. I like the way that you say that. It has a little accent on the end because I don't know if that was a typo for not much or if it was no much. It is needed to be melted fast. No much can beat a dragon fire's heat. Sounds so cool. Junior Researcher Sally, glad to have you in chat for a little while. Have a good rest of your evening. E11 E-Toxin, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Researcher Voidel, thank you for being a member. Note on today's gay homework, clowns are an entirely different species in this universe. Okay, so yes, perfect timing, thank you for bringing it up. In case you weren't here in the original coffee break today, today's gay homework, aka Dr. Sherman's Site 42 Pride Fest SCP of the day, is not an SCP at all. Instead, we're doing a GOI format, a group of interest format, from Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting. Today you are to study Herman Fuller Presents Icky the Magic Clown. This is a great article. I hope you enjoy it. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. But, yes, to answer your question directly without all of that buildup, of course they're normal clowns. They're normal clowns running around doing their thing at human circuses, on human children's television. They're normal clowns. But if you go to Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting, that anomalous traveling circus, they, as a matter of fact, in the homework. And it turns out I can't do that while I'm in the... Oh, I can. I figured it out. Okay, I can pin in the field. Sorry I disappeared for a moment. All right, I'm back. So, as I was saying, before I interrupted myself like an idiot, the Herman Fuller Circus of the Disquieting is an anomalous circus. Everything there is kooky. Everything there is crazy. One of my favorite stories by them that's not a Pride Fest related, it's just really funny, is called Your Call is Important to Us. We have a fantastic audio reading of that on this channel. If you want to check it out, it's so freaking funny. It's good stuff. They're milking the clowns! My God, they're milking the clowns! So, clowns in particular in the Herman Fuller Circus are Cthulhu entities from outside our universe that inhabit the skin suits that look like clowns. And so they're Cthulhu entities that look like clowns. And if you don't milk the clowns regularly, they explode. So you've got to milk the clowns, that way they don't explode. So you got to be worried about any anomaly, but Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquietings, exploding clowns are definitely up there in the oh dear God help us all. Specifically, Vor Jesus needs to help us in this case, SCP-5991, because after hearing about the exploding clowns, I too want to, I don't care about the swallowing part, I'm not a fan of that, please don't put it in the papers that I'm a fan of that. I just want to go to Jesus Land, the theme park in Vor Jesus' stomach, for just a little R&R, okay? I just want a little R&R at Jesus Land because we all need Jesus after hearing about the milking clowns. Could we water the tree with clown milk and see if it scream laughs, Dr. Sherman? Junior Researcher HLG, you are not being unreasonable in that suggestion. Some clown milk could be on the docket. Maybe the ethics committee will let me do that instead of my liquefied D class. Okay, I like the way you're thinking. You might be worth a raise soon. Tarleton Fox, thank you for being in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Jesus Land is lovely. I've been there. Oh yeah, it's a pretty good time. Oh, look who it is. Herman Fuller himself. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Why don't you get a tall glass of clown milk on your way past the commissary, since somehow you're in a Foundation facility chat now for some reason? Stop talking about your clowns like that. I said nothing but what was factual. Good, sir. And by good, sir, I mean bad, sir. I'm glad they overthrew you, you dick. Oh, and junior researcher HLG, I know you asked this like a while ago, but I've been on kind of a tear for a minute, kind of a good rant. We have 20 minutes left in the stream. That's the time check. This is a shorty. Now let me see what I missed in the donos while I was on a tear. Epic Fire Dragon Zero, thank you for donating again. I mean, I can melt carbon steel. I've used my fire to help someone forge a katana out of 1,080 carbon steel by heating up the metal. Sounds like you get a pretty good gig at the Smiths. Drowsy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some cotton candy on your way past the commissary. Some regular cotton candy. Do not get it from Herman's. It's probably made of spider webs or something like that. Last dono for the next 2 months. We'll be busy with cardiac and OT internships over the summer, but my last stream is the week of the 22nd. Well, I hope you have good internships. That should keep you really busy. Best of luck to you. And thank you for all of your support so far. And Site 42 will be here when you get back, so nothing to fret there. We will be here. Put an S on Herman and you get Sherman. Yes, that is actually accurate to spelling names. Congratulations. It does also worry me about a Sherman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting. I don't want to go to that universe. Although I would make a damn fine ringmaster. I can bark like nobody's business. Would clowns produce strawberry milk? No, intern Meowlog. They do not produce strawberry clown milk. Although I'm horrified to think that if you fed one a bunch of strawberry syrup, their biology is so strange it might come out strawberry flavored. Ugh. Caracal, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself you know what? Go ahead and grab yourself a cheeseburger combo with fries and a shake on your way past the commissary. So working theory is not a reality sink, but I normally hostile anomalies nicer to me. 6A2 will still murk anyone near me. Puppy claw machine was nice to the puppy. I didn't want to kill the girl, but others around still do. So what you have is a nobody be mean to me, I'm a small beanification field, is what you're saying. Very useful. Not too shabby. I could probably good for your health. Congratulations. Herman Fuller, thank you for donating again. New product, flavored clown milk, perfect plan. Will you test it for me? Sherman. I did not stamp my pen, but I almost did. Oh, you smarmy son of a... Oh, thank you for a change of subject. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Well, at least I have a backup job in the site if I'm not cut out to be a researcher here. I love being a researcher here, though. Less SCPs to deal with. Yes, it is nice on the back end when you're not directly facing the anomalies. It is a lot safer as well. Hell no, God no, never say Shermy again. Intern MiG-29, I'm sorry to say I was born with the name Sherman. I have heard every nickname, many of which you can find on my author page. My author page on the SCP Wiki, I listed a whole bunch of them. Because you grow up with a name like Sherman, you learn how to be a resilient individual, I tell you that. Site 42 fam, I take that as a blessing. I don't know what you're taking as a blessing, Drowsy, but I hope it's good. Shermanator, thank you, Dr. Akiv. Thank you for that. As always, can't escape the Shermanator. And I'll tell you this, I don't know if you guys remember the American Pie movie that popularized that nickname, but I was in high school when that movie came out. I was in prime making fun of age when Shermanator came to be. I am the Shermanator, a sophisticated sex robot sent back to the past from the future to change the future for one lucky lady. Oh my God, that frickin' movie. It wasn't a terrible movie. It was just very comical to be that age at the time. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. 20,000 SCPs at the old alternate reality site was way too much. That is way too much. We do not need 20,000 sites in SCPs in one place. Do you want another Site 13 situation? Because that's how you get another Site 13 situation. Ugh. Last is Darkness, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go grab yourself a cake pop on your way past the commissary. Found a clone of 999 in a pocket dimension. Don't know what to do with it now. The pocket dimension is an anomalous snow globe I found. I wonder if it canonizes several different crossover television shows in the 90s. That would be an interesting snow globe. And then we would be canon in those universes, just like when we were on Sesame Street. And what was that other show? Wizards of Waverly Place? Yes, cool. SCP crossovers everywhere. Hot Sherme Miku is the best. Thank you, desk. I cannot wait until someone is inspired to draw that thanks to you. Dr. Sherman, are you the country of Denmark? Tarleton, I do not know where this is going. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. I mean, my SCP number is 341738, but I work at the site here now, so I don't need it anymore. Our universe is only up to 8999, at least on the English language wiki. 34,000 and going strong is too many. That's too many anomalies. Is the Masquerade broken there? The Masquerade has to be broken there at that rate. Herman Fuller, thank you for donating again. What I'm hearing is circus inside the site? Thanks for the invite, Schwormy. You're such a damn saint. I swear. Security, desk, page security. They're gonna send in the clowns. Oh no. Oh God, no. Specifically, milk Jesus or Jesus for that God exclamation, because the only thing that's going to make me feel better right now is some cheese. You know how them white people love cheese. I missed nothing, right? I'm all caught up. Cool. No, nothing missed so far. I would page them, but CLEF's preparing for his campaign. Oh, sweet fancy Moses. I'm gonna have to deal with President CLEF and a circus in my sight. You know, I would like an actual circus. That would be nice. But Herman Fuller circus is freaking out, man. There is too much. Herman Fuller's got the clowns. We all know about Icky the Clown because you're doing the gay homework. You're all very good at doing the gay homework, and I respect that. But on top of that, Herman Fuller, where do I get the other anomalies you have? Where's your hub? That's what I'm looking for here. While that's loading on the slow-ass data pad, Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Surprisingly, no, still hidden. Highest in that reality I heard of was 68,297. And I tell you what, the moment that they christened the 69,000th 420th anomaly, some researcher's gonna think it's real funny to put a mimetic hazard in there, and boom, everyone in humanity is trolled to death. I can't stand it. It's horrifying. Nixie the Nereid, Peter Cottontail's cotton candy. Oh no, I gave someone cotton candy earlier. What is Peter Cottontail's cotton candy? Oh, that's right, it's a bunny rabbit made out of cotton candy. And so you eat the bunny, which is really sad. No, its fur is cotton candy. Its fur is cotton candy. And it's sheared every waking hour, which means its screams are constantly heard from outside the tent, which horrifies everybody. And when Peter was finally able to escape the tent where they were doing this torture to the poor rabbit, it did not run away, for Herman would surely catch it. And he instead threw himself into a burning pit that was being prepared for an act. And you want me to be nice to Herman Fuller after that? I think not. That's a time check, folks. 10 minutes left on the stream. 10 minutes left in this coffee break. Last is Darkness, thank you for donating again. Are we talking about parallel dimensions then? My SCP number is 3490. I'm a harpy with metal-like tissues on my body. Very interesting, in fact. Harpy with metal-like protrusions. So are you related to the mechanists, mechanites, in any way, shape, or form? Are you infected with the clockwork virus, maybe? Living organic material mechanicals, usually in our universe, that's mechanites. But maybe you're some sort of cyborg instead? Dihydrogen monoxide, thank you for your first donation of this stream. Make sure to grab yourself a snow cone on your way past the commissary. Can you use 420-J to resist the effects of SCP-729-2? You know, I approve this test. I will bite the bullet as a responsible leader, and I will test this out. I'll let you know when it's testing day for 420-JV, that thing. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Yeah, you understand why I was happy to be sent here. Yes, I do. That makes sense. Caracal, thank you for donating again. Update on my teleporting. Going down a straight hall, suddenly a turn appears. I don't have to take the turn, I just have to spin around. But the hall appears more often, the more dead anomaly knowers are around. How peculiar. That's very liminal. You must be very peaceful as you wander the halls like this. Herman Fuller, thank you for donating again. Dr. Hessen sends their regards. Yucko's bringing 729-J for an act? No! Absolutely no. Not allowed. Not okay. Oh, son of a... Tell Dr. Hessen I want that thing gone, one way or another. Dr. Sherman, is there an SCP only fit? You are not going to thirst after these anomalies. They are not to be fraternized with. You know the protocols. Don't even start with me. Oh boy. That is not the way things are going to go in life. And do not look up, just don't look up Mallow on the internet. We were unable to stop that one. We just say it's the furries, but is a SCP otter. Do you mean, is there an SCP that is an otter? Because I am pretty sure there is. That would not shock me in the least. If I put in SCP otter into the database search, we have SCP-4508 is a statue of an otter. I really don't like the fact that SCP-343 came up in the search for otter. I don't like the implications of that, actually. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of otters, surprisingly. No, egg shirt is gone. Intern Bob, I have more than one shirt. It's in the laundry. It'll be back sometime. Relaxify. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Sent a few new applications for ethics and the hiring board to check. Oh, that's good. Let's keep this site tip top. We just got some new anomalies and some new staff in, so we're really on best behavior for a little while. So that way the overseers don't cut our budget again. Last is Darkness, thank you for donating again. No, my body is made by metal like tissues naturally. Skin made out of silvered copper. For a tanned color, gold for eyes, even my organs are. Huh. That is quite the interesting entity, I guess. Are you open to being studied? Maybe contained? Caracal, thank you for donating again. If I had $1 for every 682 I have met, I wouldn't know how many I would have because most of them are very similar. Yeah, they are very alike. They don't really vary between universes. Herman Fuller, thank you for donating again. I'm showing 999 your search history. Ryza can't stop me now. Hey, my search history is pristine, flawless, immaculate. You know why? Because I am not a monster fucker like half the staff members here. Serious. Infuriating these demon daters are. Does being site director have any perks? Health insurance, dental, paid time off? Oh, of course. It's a job like any other. You gotta be careful when you travel because obviously we can't break the veil of secrecy. So I can't let anyone know that SCPs exist. But hey, guess what? I've got a vacation coming up at the end of July. I'm gonna be stopping in Tampa, Florida at MetroCon, the anime and video game convention. So if any Site 42 staff happen to be at MetroCon Tampa, maybe we can do a meetup. Wouldn't that be cool? On top of which, I'm working on a possible meetup in Salt Lake City the following weekend. So keep an eye out on our social medias because if you can make it to Tampa, Florida the last weekend in July, or Salt Lake City the first weekend of August, which also happens to be my birthday weekend, so it'll kind of be a birthday party at the same time, then maybe there will be some cool SCP Foundation Site 42 meetups to pay attention to. I don't know. Could be. Hello, how do I join Site 42? Intern Zach Baxter Gaming, if you are subscribed to Site 42 here on the channel, you're already a member of staff. And then if you become a member, you get higher rankings. All right, scrolling through the chat. We are 2 minutes to the end of stream. That is your time check, 2 minutes. Yo, you're coming to where I live. Oh, then definitely keep an eye on our social media because I will be posting on the posts here as well as Twitter, Blue Sky, and Threads. I cover all our bases. And yeah, if you happen to be available the same weekend I'm in town, you should come to the meetup. Ashley Lehman, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Finally just joined the site Discord finally. Got the chance. Hey, good job finding it. It's an Easter egg hunt to get there, as well as being able to follow the rules, so good job. Cyber Scorpion, good to see you again in the chat. Thank you for being a member, as well as your first donation to the day. Grab yourself some chicken wings on your way past the commissary. What do you think about my SCP? It's 5 humanoid arthropods that are also cyborgs, 4 of which are good, and they are used to contain the 5th one. Honestly, on the idea-wise, I like that, because you can come up with a lot of relationship ways of why the 4 contain the 5th. You can come up with ways as to who made them and for what purpose. You actually have a lot to work with there. It's just a matter of you got to tell a story that people will gravitate to. But I like that as a starting point, actually. Bob, welcome to Level 1 Researchership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Mulog, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a slice of cherry pie on your way past the commissary. And with that, Site 42 staff, we are at the end of this coffee break. I have to get back to my experiments for the day, but it was very excellent to have a bonus stream with you guys. That was awesome. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you had fun and I hope you learned something. At the end of every stream, I as always traditionally tell you my favorite SCPs. Now, these are not the SCPs I wrote. That would be cheating. But if you want to see the SCPs I wrote as well as numerous nicknames for someone named Sherman, you can go to the Sherm's author page and Site 42 Hub on the SCP Wiki. While you're there, you can see all the SCPs I wrote, those humorous nicknames, and there's also some direct donation links. You can become a patron, you can become a member, and even if you can't directly donate to helping out Site 42 via the Moolah, as long as you are liking the streams, watching, subscribing, all that good YouTube business, then you are a member of Mobile Task Force Site 42, codename the Signal Boosters. Our mission, to support SCP Foundation artists, authors, game devs, filmmakers, and all the different kinds of programs, because when we all team up and rally, we can get these in front of eyes. People who have eyes sometimes can afford to give donations, and we can make more SCP things. Amazon and Netflix will never do it because they can't own it because it's Creative Commons, so we'll just have to do it ourselves. And I thank you for the help with that. So, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and 8980. Be careful with that one. It's a doozy. Content warning. One more time through. 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and 8980. Careful on that one. It's pretty rough. Content warning. So, good to see you all in the chat today. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. See you in the next video or stream. There's only 2 types of people in the world. The ones that entertain and the ones that observe. Well, baby, I'm a put on a show kind of girl. Don't like the back seat, gotta be first. I'm like the ringleader, I call the shots. I'm like a firecracker, I make it hot when I put on a show. I feel the adrenaline moving through my veins. Spotlight on me, I'm ready and I'm ready to break. I'm like a performer, the dance floor is my stage. Better be ready, hope that you feel the same. All eyes on me in the center of a ring, just like a circus. When I crack that whip, everybody gonna trip just like a circus. Don't stand there watching me, follow me, show me what you can do. Everybody let go, we can make a dance floor just like a circus.